That mountain challenged me physically, mentally, and spiritually, and I came back a different person.
We spent 21 days on the glacier. It really starts to wear you down, and you really have to, suck it up and just keep on focusing on your mission.
You really have to devise systems, you have to devise methodologies that help you get through them so that a group of 5 disabled veterans can make one step forward.
The Denali Challenge was an attempt, very simply, to take a bunch of severely wounded warriors from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan and Vietnam and attempt to climb the highest mountain in North America, which is McKinley or Denali in Alaska. And that mountain is considered to be one of the toughest mountains in the world to climb, both because of the weather and because of the fact that unlike the Himalayas, you have to carry all your own equipment because you don't have any Sherpas or porters to schlep the stuff for you.
Logistically, it was intense on a personal basis. There was a lot of group equipment, there was a lot of individual equipment. The individual equipment was, first and foremost, just overwhelming, I should say. Physically, of course, there's conditioning you have to go through to prepare yourself for that. And I think mentally is probably the third leg of knowledge you really need to kind of have about that mountain.
Each day was its own challenge. It was its own adventure. Nothing was ever consistent. It's almost, the only thing consistent was that things were inconsistent. You never knew what to expect.
This is day 3 of the climb. We have been on the mountain now for 3 days. We are in our second camp at 7,800 feet. The last 2 days we've been climbing through a lot of very, very large snowfields of the Kahiltna Glacier. And this area right where we've just been through is full of crevasses, and you have to be very, very careful when you're walking through because some of them are several hundred feet deep, and they can basically, finish you off. So the way we handle the climb is to stay roped together so that if one member of the party goes through, the others will fall to the ground, grab their picks and act as anchors to keep the fallen person from going too far, and then they begin evacuation procedures. This is something that we have to be very, very careful about, but if you're careful, it is safe.
So you try to block that out of your mind as much as you can. You feel sympathy and sorrow for those individuals and their loved ones. But at the same time, I think everyone on this mountain, and particularly this team included, really understands that that is an unfortunate reality of this mountain.
Avalanches happen up here. There's risk associated with doing what we're doing. I don't think anybody in the team ever even had to make that decision of whether to go on or not.
It's unfortunate, I say prayer for the families and for the people that died, but it won't stop me. I think the only thing that's going to stop me here is if the weather changes and socks us in. I really think if the weather holds out, we're going to stand on the top of this mountain.
There were times you were legitimately concerned about your welfare, and leave it to the weather to do that to you because you can't control it. So once again, you've got conditions that are concerning, and all the while you're not able to control them.
We're at 14,000 feet. We have been stuck at 14,000 feet for 8 days, and this shows who rules this mountain. It is Denali. The weather has been severe up on top, 60-mile-an-hour winds, deep snow, which right now we're getting reports is chest high above the 17,000-foot mark, and ice that create tremendous challenges for the amputees on this trip.
when we finally had to make the decision to turn around, I was the one that had to make the first decision to turn around. I got back to 14 camp and I literally broke down and started crying, because here we had, it was actually the first, project, first expedition, if you will, that I'd done in 42 years with Disabled Sports USA that I hadn't succeeded at, and it was a devastating feeling.
They had to make a decision, for our safety, to turn us around, and it was the right decision. Getting to the top, we didn't get to the top, and that's okay. We got to the bottom safely, and that's what it was about.
What took me about 18 hours to figure out, and with the help of my team, with the help of my guides, was that ultimately, I think we did reach that person, that group of people that's in need of some type of visual signal that they can do something physical, they can do something which gets them back into activity that doesn't have to result in the summiting of the tallest mountain in North America. The mere fact that we put one foot on that mountain, I think, was a huge step for a lot of people to realize the art of the possible.
The fact that guys with injuries that we have got as far as we did speaks for itself.
And that's really what this is all about, is give it your best effort so you can realize that you really can be active in life again and get back to live your dreams.